Hello flight simmers, hello friends, welcome back to the next full flight video. Today we are in the Dreamliner, and to be specific we are in the large Dreamliner, the 787-10. And I think for the very first time we are flying All Nippon Airways. I think it's the first time, maybe we did a cargo flight before with ANA, but not too sure. So anyway, it's the first time flying a passenger All Nippon Airways, and I'm very much looking forward to this flight. The aircraft looks absolutely stunning here at nighttime in Singapore. And today we will be on a 6-hour flight over to Tokyo, and departure time is early morning time. Now it's around 6 a.m. local time, so we will have a nice sunrise during the cruise hopefully, and then get to Tokyo during daytime, I think around midday, a little bit later than midday. And yeah, here's the cargo coming in, also ANA containers, very cool. And since there is very little chance of catching ATC today, I decided to go offline, and we have a little bit of AI traffic around, not too much. Not even sure if there's any, yeah, there's a bit of traffic there. Something looking like a FedEx taxiing back there, Singapore 747, and some stuff around here. And yes, I really can't get enough from this nighttime view here. This looks absolutely stunning. Beautiful reflections of the aircraft here. Alright, anyway, since GSX is proceeding with the boarding, let's jump inside the flight deck and get going. Alrighty, so here we are, IRSSR line. We are currently on external power, although I have fired up the APU already. Then ideally we can get some air conditioning like that. I think it should work. It's always kind of interesting to fire up the 787 since it does not have a bleed air system like other aircrafts do. So let's see, but the packs are working now. Might even be powered by the external power. Yeah, but it looks good. Kind of warm now since we just switched it on. But looking good. Okay, so let's do some flight planning. Here's the route. We are flying ANA 820. I think this call sign is Air Japan, if I'm not mistaken. So that's that. We can get the performance. No, we can't request it in the Dreamliner. That's no trouble. So reserves gonna be 7.3 and zero fuel weight 173. That's accurate. Max zero fuel weight would be 192. So not quite fully loaded. Initial flight level 360, and then we might be able to do some step climbs later on. Cost index, I decided to go with 200 today, since recently I learned from you guys that the Dreamliner does indeed fly with very high cost index. So that's something normal in the Dreamliner world, I guess. So let's try this step climb. We can't plan 2000. Let's see if the aircraft wants to do some. I think it will. Okay, so that's looking all good. Departure, I think we are departing 02 left, it should be. Let's check out the weather. Active sky, weather request, and see for Singapore. So we have 360 red 10, yeah, then 02 left is perfect. Low hanging clouds, 1800, nice and warm, 27 degrees. 1009 should be set in terms of altimeters. Okay, now looking very good. Nice weather here, and then we will be flying the Toman 2 Echo departure, I think it is. Before we dial it in, let's have a look. So these are the SIDs, and now let's see if we can Toman 2 Echo. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, kind of hard to read on here, but I think we can find the basics. So departing 02 left on heading 023, and then Topom above 2000, Doctor above 4000, Wasper above 7000, and then Toman. Initial climb clearance 3000, very low. Let's see if the aircraft does all these kind of constraints correctly. Checking the legs page, 2000, 4000, 7000 above. Looking good, and I think we should be able to do this. Otherwise, we would get a warning from the aircraft. At least we should get that. wind data. Requesting 6.2. Let's see what kind of wind we have today. I haven't checked before, to be honest. So 6.2, 9.5. Oh, that's a nice bit of tailwind then. Cool. Now I'm curious. Looking at the sim brief, average wind component is 41 knots of tailwind. Wow, that's a lot. And that's on average. That's not even up during cruise. Average 41 knots of tailwind. Very cool. Transition altitude, I guess it's not 18,000 here in Singapore. Let's see, is 11,000. So let's get this one right as well. And what else? Performance we need to do, of course. Speed is a little bit higher than 250, but that's fine. We are a heavy one, so all good. Pre-flight complete. That's not right. We haven't done the takeoff calculations. Why is that saying here? That should not be the case. Anyhow, let's do it then. Performance 02 left. Conditions are try 10 knots from 360 to 7. That's all looking good to me. Optimum flap 5. We can also go optimum. And is that accurate? Yeah. 215 tons. Max takeoff weight would be 254 tons. So also there, lots of headroom. And let's see. So that's the calculation already. Yeah, that's very fast. Okay. Selected temperature 50 on takeoff 1. Send output. Flap 5. Where's my thrust limits? Why did that not come in here, I wonder? Ah, there it is. Okay. And then let's go... No, let's leave it on climb since we have some altitude constraints. And then maybe later on we can dial down a little bit. Just curious if it gives me any sort of warning. No, it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, takeoff. Flap 5, 154, 157, 162 then. Very nice. So 162. Why does this take so long? And initial heading was, now I forgot, and now we need to find the departure page again. Let me look on my second screen very quickly. 023 was the initial heading. Oh, come on. There we are, and this was 3,000 only. We will get there very fast. Cool. Flight directors, auto throttle, LNAV, VNAV. Nice. Okay, then let's get going on some checklists here, and then we are pretty fast today. Oxygen is, where is it here? Tested 100%. Flight instruments 143, 143, altimeters 1009, 1009. Checked. Alrighty. Seatbelt signs coming to on. And now I think I will need to wait for GSX quickly. Let's see. Ah, okay, they're almost done. That's cool. So we can get going any second now. Boarding completed. Okay, that was perfect timing really. So let's close up everything. Cabin lights, I think we can turn off already for the departure. Okay, and now let's see, we have APU generators on. Elect page, external power is also still on. If we switch it off here, then it's disconnected, and then I think we can get rid of the external power and the wheel chocks. Just like that. Righty. Continuing over here, so that's all set. Then we have window heats, primary and secondary. And then we have the right hydraulic, center and left. This is all set. Currently we are on the dome light. which is fine for now. We have, I think, a little bit of fuel in the center tank as well. Beacons coming on. And this is all set. Cool. And transponder could go to 1000 now, I believe. Where do we find it here? Transponder 1000. Cool. And TA only. Okay, now we have it. Checklist. Passenger signs are on. MCP is set. We have done this. Takeoff speeds are done as well. CD preflight completed. Taxi and takeoff briefing. Yes. More or less. Before taxi. That's later. Okay, then we can get the pushback. I'm not trusting this GSX config, so I will do a quick edit for the pushback.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, and off we go. So I now edited that our pushback will end over here, which I think is convenient. Then we can taxi out this taxiway over there. Saves us a little bit of a detour. But also I think we can wait another couple of seconds before we fire up the engines. Okay, I think we are almost there, so let's fire up now. And the streamline, it all works automatically, so it's just putting it to start. Fuel control, and that's it. Alright, engines are firing up. As always, they're pretty loud from the outside, but in here can't hear much of them. Okay, running and running. We have 2 good engine starts. Nice. Generators are running, so we can simply go ahead and kill that APU.
Unlocking gear.
Okay, and the after start flows. So APU is running. We don't need any anti-ice or anything like that today. Takeoff trim should be 3.75. Oh, going the other way. There it is. This comes to RTO. We have a flap 5 departure. And I think we can save the control check today, since I still haven't fixed, or I still haven't found a fix for the flight controls not going the full way. So we will skip this part today and then continue with the checklist. Before taxi checklist, anti-ice not needed, recall. Checked, flight controls is skipped, and ground equipment is clear. Before takeoff checklist, flaps are set already, so that's also completed. And then let's see, taxi and turn off lights maybe, since it's quite dark. Vámonos. Oh, interesting. We're heavy today. Usually on the Streamliner we get rolling on idle power quite fast, but not today. It makes sense. We are in the big Streamliner now, and the long one. So it needs a bit of power. Okay, in the meantime, I think we can already set the navigation display. Traffic and weather. VORs like that. And yes, now it's a bit of taxi. So now we are on November 1, which according to the charts now is Quebec 1, and we take a left-hand turn all the way down on Victor along the entire terminal down to 20 left. So it will take a couple of minutes, and I guess I will meet you down there. Alright guys, we are getting there. And we have a landing. This is A350 Singapore Airlines. Very cool. Nice. Okay, so navigation displays are set. I think down here we can go to TARA now. And this is our turn onto the runway here. Right hand turn. And then I think we are lucky. Approach is free. A couple of aircrafts coming in on 02 center. But 02 left seems to be free after the A350 has vacated, of course. So let's go. Strobe lights. I turned a little bit early. I always forget that the 787-10 is a very long aircraft. We have to be careful here. Also for the rotation. Let's use the head-up display. Helps quite a lot when it's dark outside. I think this turn was a bit better now. That's still a little bit early. But okay, we can hold it here. Okay, he's still on there. Okay, let's get ready. So, landing lights coming on, strobes are set, navigation displays are all done, checklists are completed. I think we are ready to go. Yes, we are. So, power coming up. To around 50% and 1, and then we hit Toga. It's still a lot of D-rate, look at this. But speeding up like crazy, 80 knots. The sim is a little bit laggy right now. I think that might be related to Singapore scenery.
B1.
Rotate. Takes a while. There was a bit of a slow rotation. And we're airborne already. Okay, so no worries regarding a tail strike then. Positive rate, gears coming up. Ooh, interesting. A little bit bumpy. But okay, we're doing alright. Okay, I think since the departure is not too interesting, we might as well use the autopilot for that. So autopilot coming on, and let's keep on climbing right away. Flight level 300. Yeah, it looks like we're very easily doing the altitude constraints here. Taxi, turn off, and nose lights. Flaps 1. And flaps up. Alright, let's get rid of that one. Pulling up the checklists again. After takeoff checklist, all green. And so, that's that for the departure already. All set at 4,000 feet, okay. let's follow the departure route. I think it makes sense. They are putting the aircrafts out over the ocean here. And then at Toman we are already reaching top of climb, and also it's suggesting a step climb right away. No, it's actually 400 nautical miles. Why is it saying step climb? Okay, never mind. Let's set 360 in here. Alrighty guys, so that's that, and now please enjoy the music and cruise part, and then I will meet you over at Singapore, and then we hopefully have a nice arrival into Japan. Enjoy! Welcome back everyone for our landing into Tokyo Narita Airport, and yeah, currently we are descending through 11,500 feet. I have a bit of speed brakes out, also set manual speed to 30. Reason is that the aircraft for some reason did not really pay any attention to speed constraints, which are actually hard dialed into the legs page, so that's very weird. Let's see if the next one works. So apparently at the next waypoint, which is Norma, we want to be 190. Let's see if the aircraft actually considers doing this. Otherwise, we will slow it down manually, of course. And yeah, descent path is coming back in, so I think I can slowly get rid of the speed brakes again. Let's have a quick look at the arrival chart. So we are flying the Reuters November arrival, coming all the way from Reuters, then Venus, Gaudi, Baron, and now coming into Norma. And then what I really love about this chart is it's like sort of outlined where the final approach will be, and we will do a landing 16 left, which is this runway over here. So we will from Norma be on on this dotted line with a left-hand turn. I think it's the Is it the closer or the outer one? Now I need to check myself on the arrival chart. I don't even know. Let's see, ILS. That's the Yankee. I want to have the Zulu. ILS Zulu. Yeah, so Norma, Luna, March, mandatory 3000, max 185 knots. So they are really slowing us down quite a bit far out. And then yeah, onto the final approach. And the runway is not the longest. I haven't done any calculations yet. Maybe we can do them quickly together. Do I not have like a airport map? That is. It's a bit hard to read, but 16 left is all the way over here. It's 2,500 meters only, which is not a whole lot. Nevertheless, I've set auto brake 2, but we can do some quick calculations as well, because usually the Dreamliner slows down like crazy. Copy FMC data, and is the weight accurate? I think it should be. Conditions are dry. Weather also quite nice. We have variable winds at 3 knots from 080. And then a temperature of 8 degrees, 1010, that's fine. That's oh, it's actually Cat 1. Anti-ice is off, reverse no credits, spoilers auto brakes, auto brake 2. This should be 5. Auto brake 2, 7980. And it's, according to the charts, 8200. So we're just in the limits, but then again we can use reverse, which has not been credited here. So yeah, I think we're gonna be fine. We will be fine on a auto brake 2 setting. And now let's see if we set this back to managed. Okay, at least it wants to slow down now, but we are very fast. Why? Why is the aircraft today doing such a terrible job on the VNAV profile? Ooh, we are quite low already, 5,000. Really, but okay, 3,000 over there, that makes sense, I guess. Let's put out the landing lights. It's a bit bumpy now. To be honest, now I'm quite happy we are not flying online, because ATC would be pretty pissed about us here, I guess. Wow, that's quite bumpy. And airport should be down on the left-hand side somewhere. Ah, back there it is. Okay, let's do some intervention here. I don't like this. Also, it's descending too fast a bit. I mean, 3,000 at March, and now we are very early here, so it's a bit weird. But never mind. It's okay. Let's see, do we have any speed constraints over here? Yeah, 185 knots. We are supposed to be very slow. But it is set here. 185 at March. Okay, flaps 1. And flaps 5. We will eventually need flap 15 to get to 185, I think. Okay, but again, this should be managed. Why is it not managed? Okay, setting 185 in here, and then let's get rid of the speed brakes. I think we can arm them. Okay, but we are set at 3,000 now, which is good. Let's see, go around altitude. Or for the missed approach, we climb to 600 on heading 157, which is where we're heading. Then turn left, climb to 8,000. And hold at Bospa, okay. Are we okay with the flaps for now? Yes, I think we are just fine on flaps 5. And final approach speed will be... So we're doing flap 30 landing. Because I figured 147 plus 5 is 152. And that's quite high. That's a high landing speed. Okay, interesting turning. Now we have 14 miles to run, which is fine. Let's complete some checklists here. Descent, that's all done. Approach, altimeters are set, 1010. Landing checklist will be up next. Approach. And then let's set flap 10. It's very bumpy. I think that's even something typical for Tokyo, right? I remember there's a very cool video on YouTube of a 747, a real-world 747 captain landing into Tokyo, and it's so bumpy, but he does a tremendous job. I'm sure some of you guys know it, otherwise just Google for 747 cockpit landing into Tokyo or something like that. I'm sure you will find it. Okay, and today, yeah, flying the Dreamliner, we will do an auto thrust landing, of course, but we will fly it manually. Visibility is good. And now I hope there's just no AI traffic on the runway. That would be very convenient for us. Okay, glide slope is captured. So this is coming to 8,000. 9 miles to go. Let's slow down a bit more. Flaps 15. Okay, once again, final approach speed 152. Is set. Okay, 6.5 miles out. Let's drop the gear so we can nicely slow down. I don't know, should we use the HUD for the landing? Usually it's very good in the Dreamliner to have it. Yeah, let's use it. And keep the flaps coming. And by the way, I only recently learned that Dreamliner pilots and 777 pilots have sort of the same certification, so they can fly both aircrafts, which is very convenient for the airlines, I guess. But considering all these different flap levels, I'm sure that they get confused from time to time. Even I get all the time. I think like 17, 18. These are so weird flap settings, which we don't have in the 777. Anyhow, let's focus now. Landing checklist is completed. Nice. Lights and turn off lights. Now just hoping that there's no traffic. Looks kind of empty for now. Oh, there's one guy taxiing out. Okay, I hope we are in front of him. Alright. My aircraft. And now it's not so bumpy anymore, so that's better. This is what I really love about the head-up display. You have these like two circles, and if you keep them in each other, you're perfectly on profile, and it's so easy to navigate.
300. Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
And come on, there we are. Perfect. Reverse. Decel. Yeah, slowing down nicely. Idle forward, manual braking. Cool, that was a nice landing. I really liked it. Oops, there's some traffic coming our way. I hope he's not running into us. I mean, the good thing is there are very accurate charts for arrivals from each runway. So we have like taxi routes from arrivals 16 left, which apply to us, which we can easily follow now. Okay, let's do a quick cleanup. Looks like an Austrian 777 coming up there. But dude, that's our taxiway. You can't taxi out here. Okay, sorry guys. I think I have to delete this one. There's no way we can get around him. Alright folks, so we are getting there. We have stand 44 today, which is pretty much straight ahead. So let's get rid of the taxi lights now. Oh, turnouts have been on. I didn't even know. Okay, this looks good now. Yeah, it's a bit of a long taxi here at Tokyo, but it's nice. I mean, I really like the scenery. It's a nice airport, so we have some time to look around. Let's see if the docking system is doing a good job. Looks promising for now. Ah, 10 meters, okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on, a little bit further. There we are. Nice parking brake then, and we have the APU generators running. So killing engines 1 and 2. Flight time was 6 hours and 11 minutes. And now let's see, fuel pumps are coming off, beacons are coming off, seat belts of course. Then the hydraulics as well, like that. Packs and recirculator fans can stay on. I think window heats can come off. Okay, then let's see. Request deboarding. Alright, and here we are. Welcome once again to Tokyo Narita, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed this Dreamliner flight from Singapore. I think it's always very fun to fly the large Dreamliner. But on the downside, I'm really not sure what happened to the VNAV today. It really worked quite bad. Usually it works quite nice in the Dreamliner, but yeah, not today, not on this arrival route. But nevertheless, we had a nice landing. Ah, speaking of landing, let's see the landing rate. Let's see if we have something here. That's 96 feet per minute. So that's what I consider a cruiser. Very happy with this one. Alright guys, so thank you so much for tuning in. Next time I guess I will meet you for a live stream. But let's see about this. You can certainly read on my Discord, or there will also be an announcement on YouTube for the next stream. And yeah, hope to see you there as well. Take good care, bye bye, and see you next time.